Oh no, we're in a boat and it's singing in a boat.
Why is the boat singing? Hey, and I told you we're live. I told you!
This is what happens when I don't pay attention.
She gave you fair warning.
I did!
Now, well, hey, listen. Am I paying attention?
You
No.
looked right
You
at me.
should.
So we've all had a lot of sugar today, everybody. Anyway, it's Thursday night. It is a little bit after 6:30, and it is time for the Heart of the Game players to partake in episode number 16, Something Smells Fishy.
I'm done playing now.
So, if you tuned in last week and you just need a brief refresher, if this is your first time, to introduce here, we have the always fantastic Mr. Wolf playing the Dwarven Paladin Randall the Agile.
How you doing, lads and lasses?
And we have the sneaky, sly, and awesome, with not heavy drinking problem, Ashley playing Navari.
I don't drink, thank you very much, in real
It
life.
doesn't look like you don't.
This is water. It's
Yeah,
I think
pure vodka.
You're referring to the wrong person, lad, that has the drinking problem. I'm just saying.
So yeah, see, I can't, you know, supervise these people because we are playing in a socially distant, approved manner. Each of us is in a different. We are all in a wildly different geographical spot. Like nobody here could just, you know, pick up a can of soup and throw it at one of the others.
I would laugh if you threw one and all of a sudden Demi just happened to hear that and threw one at me. I'd be like,
Soup for my family! And then like we just have this pause that it cracks you in the side of the head. That's quite an arm I got there to hit where you are.
yeah, I'm like, that's only like 2,000-3,000 miles.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. But anyway, if you did watch last week, you will know that our players are on the way to the city of Stormreach, which is on the continent of Zendrick, and they are taking a new technological vessel, an elemental-powered submarine. And unfortunately, that vessel has come under attack from a massive, diabolical, gigantic shark.
Sorry, I had
Yeah,
to murder
Randall's
a bug.
about to plop down in the middle of the ship and just pop open a cork of whiskey and enjoy the show of watching these people deal with it.
And so that is where we're going to pick up tonight. So the sea dart has rocked violently as though something large and powerful crashed into it. Or perhaps the vessel has hit one of the stone columns that rise like rocky trees through the dark water all around you. From somewhere you can hear the sound of dripping water as the gnome crew members begin to curse and shout. Captain! One of the crew members calls, "The binding rig has been damaged!" And he shouts back, "Blast that overgrown sardine's misshapen fin! Oh, get us to the surface before the elemental gets free and we're stuck in these cursed waters. Rise! Rise!" So as the ship begins to rise through the dragon's teeth that surrounds the area where you're traveling, all
Randall's
of a sudden,
making sure he doesn't get the bends.
I
He's
want
over
you
there.
all to, I want you guys to both roll me acrobatics checks, please.
I
Oh, son
forgot
of
to
a
get my dice out.
son of a shark fin soup!
You're like, wait a second, we barely rolled any dice last week. What do you mean we need dice, Ben?
Oh,
I don't have my
that's a
dice
14
tray
for
out.
Randall the Agile.
No dice tray.
Yeah. Randall scared himself with that dagger throw last week, and this week he's still reeling from it.
I forgot to launch my character shoe. I had
It's
all
at
the
least a
time.
+6, I'm gonna guess.
For acrobatics, it's at least a +7, so 17 plus 7.
Wow! So the ship rocks violently. You see the captain and a couple others go down, but both of you hold your balance. And the captain turns and looks, and he's like, "Oh, be damned!
I
Sea
mean-
devils."
I mean, Randall's already sitting. I mean, there is no going down from a seated position. He didn't spill his whiskey, though.
There we go. Well, I was thinking it was like in Spaceballs, like when they're in ludicrous speed.
Yeah.
I can't stop. We have to slow down first.
Don't know this reference.
Hold on, I wonder if I can...
Note to self: we will have to probably play Artemis sometime.
If we ever do clips for your stream, like proper video clips, we're gonna have to cut in like clips from Spaceballs and all these movies we reference.
The ones
like
that
little
I don't
15
know.
second-
Yep.
It'll make you want to watch them though.
Will it though?
Oh, I love Spaceballs.
Alright.
But anyway, so the captain shouts out to you, "Be damned! The sea devils themselves must have set traps. All right. I don't expect you to know what to do here." And he looks over to his first mate and he says, "Get the men in the airlock. Grab the potions and the crossbows. Knives to the ready. You're gonna have to cut us free. If the two of you can do anything to help, we would appreciate it."
Randall snickers a little bit, like, I feel 1,000 leagues under the sea and out of my depth, Captain.
I understand.
What do you need help
I was
with?
gonna say, what do you need help
Yes,
with?
direction.
Here's the deal. I can help you breathe underwater and survive the depths. And if that thing comes back, I don't want it eating any of my men. So while they get us free, how about the two of you take care of this? And we'll keep a lookout.
Captain, do you have some flotation bladders that can go inside of my suit? I don't know about you, but this thing doesn't... do you see what I'm wearing? This doesn't float.
You might have to leave the armor, son.
Oh,
I'd rather die. I'll die before I leave the armor. You can pick me up on the bottom of the ocean floor.
this isn't a Vari solo mission. 1v1 me
Thank
shark,
God I can
come
see
on.
in the dark.
Oh, wait, can I see in the dark?
Yeah.
Okay, I can.
Yep.
I'll take the potion. I mean, I assume I can swim in this armor. It's just very
yeah.
challenging.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be challenging no matter who you are.
I mean, I'll take the
In armor.
potion, but I'm not
Well,
very...
I'm pretty sure if you're in leather armor,
It's a
not
little
nearly
easier.
a lot easier. Or like a chain shirt.
I'll take a potion. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not the
I will
most
too.
perceptive.
Oh, I won't see it coming. I'm gonna literally be waiting for it to attack and then just hit it.
As Kodo says, knives at the ready, shark is spaghetti.
Alright, so you guys go below. You guys go to the back of the ship where there's a hatch to let you out. And you're there with 4 other crew members. One of them is handing out potions and knives. You guys have weapons.
Yeah, I look at him and he's like handing me like a dinky knife and I'm like, lad,
So what did you pull out?
my axe.
Okay.
Because that'll cut through the water a lot easier than the
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the hammer is gonna
hammer.
be some trouble. Yep.
the hammer. would
Sorry,
be impossible.
you have your rapier, I assume.
I have the rapier and probably the dagger.
Dagger.
Uh,
Did you ever figure out what the dagger? Did we ever get that information to her, Ben?
Nope.
That would
You
be a
also
no. Got it.
forgot to
Cool.
give me some other information that I asked for today that was supposed to be secret.
No, I didn't.
Oh. he's copying and pasting right now. I can see it on his face. That look of consternation as a DM's like, I didn't forget anything. See, look, you just
Don't
didn't
worry
see
about
it. It's right there.
You didn't see it. It's been there the whole time. All right,
Yeah.
so you see that they're handing out lines as well to tie like very long ropes to everybody's waist. And one of the crewmen says, "Would you like ropes, lifelines?"
I'd like that. Do you have any what are they called?
A bladder.
Like a life preserver. I'm thinking of. Like the little you throw it out for people. Do they have those? I want to wiggle into one and have it around my midsection. I figure that'll help cancel out some of the buoyancy.
All right,
issues
so
on
one
my
of the
desk.
gnomes grabs some like empty sacks and
Oh, some air
quickly-
bladders. That'll work.
Yeah, quickly ties them off. It kind of makes this like buoy system around your waist.
Yep, that's all I need.
I'll take a wire. Take a lifeline.
I'll take a lifeline. Do you have it in chain or is it only rope? Because
It's only rope.
Oh, man.
good. Because I saw the teeth on that thing, and
I
I
was
don't
gonna
think that's.
say, it's not gonna do
I don't-
anything.
It's gonna eat the rope. You're just gonna watch it. It's gonna swoop in, take one of these crewmen, and you're just gonna watch him disappear into the dark depths.
Bye, Steve.
At least it wasn't Henry.
That's true. Henry's not here. So the gnomes close the
Different
door
Henry.
behind you guys, twist the hatch. They say it's gonna be a little unnerving if you've never been underwater like this before, but
Oh, yay.
you'll breathe like normal, despite your brain telling you you won't. Trust me. But it's gonna be cold, and they begin to crack the hatch that's gonna lead out. Water begins pouring in
Just gonna look at Randall and be like, I didn't sign up for
to the
this.
ship, and you could hear.
I had a really nice spot picked out in the middle of the ship just to enjoy some whiskey while this was going on.
And you could hear the outside. The water is just silent, black, cold for the depth. But you can kind of hear the ropes creaking and stuff that the ship is caught in. And the gnomes begin to all swim out to start cutting through things. What do you guys do?
Randall's gonna swim at least 30 to 40 feet away from the workers on the ropes. And he's gonna take his axe out and he's gonna be like, man, that's a bit overkill. He puts the axe away real quick, pulls out his small skinning knife, and he's gonna go like this, and he's gonna cut across his palm
Thinking that.
and take a point of damage on purpose. And basically flood the area with blood, and then pull back out his axe and ready. And that's his bonus action, I'm assuming, or are you gonna?
Sure,
How is that gonna work? Okay, and then I'll ready an action, or I'll channel divinity, and I'm gonna light the axe up with my sacred weapon. So now I'm not only that, and then I also mentally, as a free action, glow my armor. So I am literally a light beacon in the dark
Okay.
with like a 20-foot globe of light, holy light,
Yeah.
like silverish
And
gold
bleeding.
light.
And
And
just
bleeding, yeah. I'm like, come and hit me, you stupid fish!
I had that same idea. So, about the blood thing.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna do that.
She's
don't
like,
need
yeah,
to
I'm not stupid.
That was my backup plan. Not the
I hope there's
beginning
only
plan.
one. I really hope there's only one tiger shark in these waters.
I'm gonna go. Can I cover the workers? Like,
So you're gonna go next to the workers to cover them?
yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's if you see Randall's blood dripping out of his hand.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like,
You're
mm.
pretty. You don't need to know a lot about sharks to know that he's gonna get eaten.
I'm like, you just like look over and all of a sudden you see this glow, but it's like muddled with red coloration because it's clouded the water.
I'm just gonna stay right here for now. See the workers. How are you gonna get back on the ship? Like, I'm
What?
fast. You're gonna be chased by that thing.
I've got the rope. I'm just gonna pull on it if I need to.
Still gonna follow the blade.
Well, I'm gonna kill it.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't planning on coming back on board without killing the damn thing.
Oh, okay. I should have given you some health potions before you went out.
No, those were for you.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Alright.
It's the Meg! Randall's eyes, it's like, these sharks are thinking.
I just have to remember one thing I wanna.
This just made me think of the movie Deep Blue Sea when the sharks literally took the guy that was being helicoptered out and then shoved him at the glass. That's gonna be Randall. He's gonna get shoved at the front of this boat.
All right, so you
They
guys
didn't want to eat me.
are in the water. The crew members are swimming towards the ends of the ship. They all seem to arrive where they're trying to get to, grabbing on. And Navari and Randall, you guys can see that there's like these big, they're like crude and weaved nets, locking the ship in place from the different, from the stones and underwater. Like these are very deliberately placed here. by some kind of creature. I want you both to make perception checks, please.
'Cause I'm so good at them.
Ah!
The 10.
Okay, cool.
We just work here, man.
So in the distance, though, you both can see the massive shark coming back towards the ship, and it's obviously pointed at the source of the blood smell. And
Hey,
it's
pretty.
going on a one-way collision course with Randall. What do you guys do?
So if it's back to my turn, I use my bonus action to enchant my... I've already enchanted my axe, but now I'm casting Branding Smite as a bonus action, which lasts for up to a minute. And I'm going to hold my action for this thing to get close. And once it's within range, he gonna get a big old whack across the face.
So-
I'm gonna break that sniffer.
Okay.
I'm assuming I can't throw weapons underwater.
You can throw, like, spears and javelins, stuff like that.
Okay.
Anything else, you're gonna have disadvantage.
Okay. Can I...
If you had crossbow, it would that would work.
I don't have a crossbow. Who do you think I am? Can I... Has it already swam by me, or...?
Not yet. It's coming in your direction.
It's
But it's
beelining
probably-
for a...
It's probably gonna eat Randall first.
Okay, can I, not get, like, can I move a bit closer to Randall, but not in, like, the blood
Oh yeah,
where I would
yeah. You just don't want to be in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like,
Don't worry, it's only a 15-foot circumference around me. You're fine.
so, like, just so I can, like, make it and attack the shark when the shark's closer.
Okay. So the crew members are working as fast as they can, cutting at ropes. The shark gets closer and closer, its mouth wide open. You can see this thing is old. There's a lot of scars, chunks kind of missing out of its fin, as if it's had a very harsh physical life. Randall, it enters into your reach, and you
Oh.
have a readied action to perform.
Is it disadvantage or no?
No.
No. Okay. First swing is going to be... that is a +8. No, +10. So 21 to hit.
Plus 10?
Well, when I enact my sacred weapon, it goes up by 2. I have a +8 currently
Oh,
because it's a
okay.
+1 weapon. Okay, so I need a D12. I need 1d6, 2d6, 3d6. Yeah. Oh wow, that is shite damage. 8, 13. 13 plus 4, so 17 damage. And my second attack, because I have extra attack now.
Yep. Good old level 5.
27 to hit. For... that is 19 points of damage.
Ouch.
Remember when I was the one
Wait,
murdering all the
20.
goons and stuff?
20 plus 1 for both of those. So 20 for that one and another 18 total. I forgot to add the +1 to the damage from the weapon.
Holy smokes. Cool. And so as you swack into the shark twice, bam, bam, cutting into its thick, almost armored skin.
Also, as a point of reference, because I branded him,
Yep.
the next time you hit a creature with this weapon attack, blah, 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 weapon, the attack deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage, which becomes visible if it is invisible, and the target sheds dim light for a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible until the spell ends. So for the next 9 turns, there's a glowing white light in the darkness.
Yeah.
It cannot be
The
lost.
shark is. However, it does still get to fight back.
Oh, yeah, no,
What's
absolutely.
your AC right now?
My AC is 20.
Much better than mine.
So Randall,
Yeah.
as the shark tries to clamp down on you, aiming for your legs, all it is able to do is grab one of those bladders that they put on you, pop it,
No!
rip it off of you. So now, like, you
Oh my
kind of become
goodness.
you're a little like, yeah, you're listing, but it missed you. It absolutely missed you. Navari, what do you
Immediately
do?
just like tying off one of the bubble hole. Like, no.
I want to go and try and stab it.
Okay,
Can I stab it in the gills? I don't know if that'll help or not, but
sure, go for it.
for some reason I feel like it might. Oh no, I rolled real terrible.
Oh,
Unless I
man,
have
thunderous.
advantage. I'm assuming I don't have advantage.
No, not correct.
That's a nice old 10. 11 if I use my snake dagger, but I didn't say that. I was gonna use my rapier.
So Navari, you try to like thrust your rapier into it, and the thing is just like moving so quickly, it catches the tip and it just brushes it aside. You just didn't go like it was like you didn't go quite far enough to get the hit in.
Can I use my bonus action to dodge?
Absolutely.
I don't want to do that because I don't want to get hit by this.
Okay. The crew members are continuing to work. You see a lot of the ropes are caught. They're moving to new positions. Randall, what do you do?
With my turn readied up, I am going to use my bonus action. I was just thinking, I wish I had Thunderous Smite right now. Because nothing like stunning a fish underwater with a giant kaboom.
True.
Let's see, what else do I have? Actually, I'll use my bonus action. Does it seem like it's in my proximity? Is that correct? Or did it swim away?
It hasn't like it's still with it. Like you can get to it still.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna swim up to it and try and thwack it a couple of times then. That is 22 to hit
Nice.
for 5 points of slashing and 2 points of radiant.
I like how I was good against like all those goons and the people and stuff, and now it's just Randall.
And a natural one.
Oh, I take it
So
back.
not being used to fighting underwater, in the listing you swing, and like your momentum for the first swing just sends you like twirling in a circle, and so now you're getting tangled up with the rope, and you try to swing again, but the rope catches your arm, and the shark just gets out of reach for you and starts to swim and circle back around, this time aimed right at Navari.
I'm gonna use my bonus action with the rest of my turn to cast Shield of Faith on myself. I'm gonna drop concentration on the branding,
Okay, yep.
and so a shimmering field around me comes up, and that lasts for 10 minutes until it hits me and breaks the concentration.
Navari, what's your armor class?
16, and I did dodge.
Okay. Oh my god. So Navari, the shark comes down and like it's about to clamp onto you, but you just put your hands onto its nose, but you just like push off to the side, completely avoiding it with your dodge.
She just Errol Flynned that.
And it swims back, going through between you guys again, still hungry for blood, still trying to devour both of you. Randall, we're back.
I didn't get to go.
I skipped Navari,
No.
that's what it is.
Yep. I'm like, don't worry, lass, I had you.
I'm gonna try and hit it again, because, you
Okay.
know, maybe I'll be useful. Oh yeah, main. 15 plus 7, so, 22 to hit. Ben?
22? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That was where I am.
I feel like anything over 20 is gonna hit this thing.
Do I get sneak attack still? Because Randall, or...
Yes you do.
Okay.
Well, I thought you got sneak attack if he wasn't an enemy
Oh, yeah.
proximity too.
Oh, yeah.
So you get it regardless.
Sneak attack is...
It's like I'm pretty sure that's why you took that feat or that class.
True, true.
Dun 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 dun.
20 points of damage.
Sorry.
Spicy.
Spicy. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to dodge again. I don't
Navarre
get
uses
paid
her
enough to do
rapier and
this.
sticks the shark into one of his old wounds, scraping at him. Blood is filling the water. The shark is going berserk from it,
And dodge.
twisting and turning around. Randall, you are still able to pursue.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna give him a couple of more good thwacks on the booty. Maybe cut off that tail fin. I hear it makes for good soup.
We
Oh, that was
do not condone the use of sharks for shark fin soup.
so close
That's
to an
true.
18. That is a 12. 12 to hit. It's not a critical miss, that's for sure.
No, you're still like so
Swinging.
tangled, and this time you're like twirling around like like this though.
Natural 20.
Oh,
And I'm gonna do a divine smite on him. And let me just confirm exactly what that does. If I can.
Oh my
I don't
lord.
think I
So
can do it at the
helpful.
higher. I'll dump my last second level in for an extra D8. Oh, there goes my health. Let's see here. That. So I did 14 points of slashing and an extra 4 points of radiant for the axe itself. And then I do 5, 6, 12, 17. 17 additional points of radiant from the divine smite. Yeah, you turned me into a little murder machine. All I needed was that one
I
level.
just stab things
The shark
and sneak.
just starts rocketing away from the ship, realizing that this is not a fight it can win. As it's bleeding all throughout the water, it's just jets away from you. I want you guys to make perception checks as you see it retreating.
Oh, is it pulling out of our... Do we get our reactions to strike it or no?
It has that light on it too.
No, the
No,
light
that he
faded.
dropped.
Oh, he
did
dropped
drop
that?
I dropped
Okay.
that to give myself a bonus 2 to my AC.
Because he didn't want to
I
get
want-
eaten in one bite.
Yeah, I wanted to make it harder for him to swallow a dwarf-sized snack bite.
My perception's 13.
Okay. Alright, so neither of you see anything else besides
Oh.
the shark. Couple of the crewmen are actually swimming back towards you, like signaling you, get back inside, get back inside. The ship is loose.
I start tugging on my rope and holding my bladder that was bleeding air. Just tugging myself in.
I'm swimming.
And you guys get back inside. They drop the lock. They drain the water out of it. And the four gnomes that are in there with her are like, Randall, you're insane.
You just see Randall pulling out one of the healer's kits and wrapping his hand with a
Yeah.
It's
I'm
okay.
picking you up.
It's okay, I'm just here. Randall's always the cool one.
No, it's all right, Navari. Do you not recall what happened on the airship?
No one saw that though.
The hell, Henry and I saw it, and that's all that mattered.
I think Henry still likes you better though.
Well, I was the one who stayed up and told him stories. While you
know, you
procured
Phelan him.
information. Oh yeah, Phelan absolutely
Phelan
hated that
him.
So
story.
Phelan meets you guys. He's like, oh my god! Wait till we get to tell everybody the story of what you just did, you guys. We're never gonna have to pay for our drink for the entire time we're in Storm Rage. This is absolutely exciting nonetheless. See, I told you this place would be an exciting trip. And you guys can hear like crew members like charging, running about, and you feel the ship start to rise upwards.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Heading towards
Neither of us
heading
do.
back towards the surface, and one of them says, look, we're gonna be a bit behind schedule. The ship's taking some damage. We gotta fix it before we can keep going. Don't worry, there's a spit of land up here. We'll be able to stretch our legs, keep watch. Don't expect any trouble, you know what I mean? We got
How-
plenty of parts and supplies. We just gotta seal these weakened beams around the elemental, if you know what I mean.
How long were we on the ship before this happened?
Like,
Just
how far
wondering.
did we get?
Yeah.
Days. Like, you guys are, like, very, very
We're-
close to Stormreach.
We almost made it to our destination,
Yeah.
and then this
So you
happened.
travel.
Okay.
So like we traveled by map.
Okay.
Oh, I love fast travel. It's so nice. Although I don't remember the last time I got attacked by a shark. The last time I fast traveled places.
I prefer more the travel montage.
Oh yeah, those are happy, fun times. Fun
Yeah, you
times.
know,
I've
you
had
get
some
to
good
hear
ones.
that like music.
Well, Navari, if you want, or Casper, even, I've got some dragon. I've got a dragon chest set if you want to partake while we wait for them to fix up the ship.
Sure.
I figure that's good for a game or two.
Also,
I'll
Ben.
heal myself 1 hit point from my pool.
Ben,
Mm-hmm.
do you have a set price in mind yet?
Why is everything you do so expensive?
Let me check my phone.
Okay. So you guys get to this like rocky outcropping, and unlike the, it's nice. It's like a domed mini little island that you guys could stand on. There's not like a lot of space on it, but it's also the flattest, probably the most gentle out of every one of these you see, because a lot of the stuff out there is just really sharp, jagged, ragged. The captain says they call this the dragon's teeth, you know. Kind of protects Zendrick from interlopers and explorers. You gotta know what you're doing. Unfortunately, those damned sea devils.
Yeah, you mentioned them, Captain. What do you mean by sea devils? I mean, all I saw was a big screw-off shark. I didn't see many devils out there.
Well, maybe you know them as the Sawagan.
The what
They're-
now? The who's he
Huh?
wants
Sawagan.
it?
You know, the green, scaly, sharp-fanged, swimming nemesises. Sometimes they tame sharks, they trap ships. They're like pirates, but worse. They're bloodthirsty monsters.
The whole time this conversation's going on, Randall's looking at himself and looking at his hands and then looking back at the captain and being like, do I look like the kind of dwarf that spent a lot of time underwater, Captain, or even on the sea?
I like to think we're still dripping wet too.
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually pull off my gauntlet and you just watch a whole gush of water
The
come out.
starfish falls out of it.
And then Navari's like trying to wring out her hair.
Yeah. Randall like takes off his helmet and you just watch like freaking like a couple of like, I don't know, anchovies fall out. A tiny octopus managed to work in there and he's like
You clearly got it worse than me. I always smell like sea salt.
I smell like fish. I don't like smelling like fish.
No.
I just start
Yeah.
rolling in the sand.
That's not sand gets everywhere, Randall.
Yeah, but it takes the fishy smell away. It's like dirt. I'm taking a dust bath, don't mind me.
Is that what dwarves do?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Just,
sure that's canon.
I don't know about all dwarves, but this one does.
We don't know anything about the. I don't even remember the name of the
The
creature.
Swaggin.
The Swagan.
The
Unless
Sawagan.
Casper, do you know anything about the Swagan?
Yeah, it's cool.
The Swagan. Casper.
Casper.
I like to think
Oh.
Casper is the smart one.
Ah.
Says, well, I suppose I've heard stories about them. I personally have never encountered one. What about you, Phelan? Oh,
my God.
you
I
talked
just
about
cover
the
Phelan's
mosquitoes.
mouth.
I've never seen.
Thank you, Navari. Captain! 1. Casper. First and only warning. Don't ever do that again. Captain! Shut it! Phelan, shut it. Captain, what exactly happened that damaged the ship in the first place? I don't understand. Do these Swagan control marine life? Like sharks?
You know how people like to keep pets Well, these things do it with sharks.
Oh, so they're like goblins and they're wargs. Got it.
Yeah.
Man, I want a pet.
Do you want a water-breathing one? I figure we could
No,
probably
I
tame
don't want
that
a
old
water.
shark right
I
there.
don't want a water-breathing one.
As you guys are talking and stuff on the island, go ahead and make perception checks for me.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
They are not good tonight. 7.
13.
It's the
13.
best one so far.
13.
Okay.
We're not this
No, we're not. We're basically the people that you point the bad things at us, and then we go and kill it.
Apparently.
Ash does it through finesse, and I do it through brute force.
I
That's about it.
can sneak too, you know. Like I
What?
think Ashara was the.
Yeah, Shara was our
one.
perceptive one, and she's gone now. She's been called away on some important gunslinger business, I believe.
I miss
A
Ashara.
higher calling.
I miss Ashara.
I do too.
I miss the noise. I don't miss the noise. I meant to say I don't miss the noise, but I do miss her.
So you guys are continuing to talk, and the captain shows you where the shark rammed the elemental ring, and you can see just how cracked and how it's like it was barely holding on. But thankfully, you know, the gnomes are very crafty. It's apparent some of them are spellcasters and able to use mending magic and things like that with their repairs.
Randall's got a very perplexed look on his face as he is trying to understand this, because it seems like all the magic that's used to capture these elementals and you harness them for purposes of propulsion, flight, underwater travel, the rails, whatever, like the trains.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like the mechanisms that are used to harness them are super fragile.
Yes.
When you think that the magic, the protection magic that they should be using would be a lot more robust, considering that a wild elemental is a dangerous thing. I think you know, is Lady Eladrin somewhere nearby?
Yeah.
I purposely say something that she's not gonna like. You know, I feel like along with the with our company's ability to maintain security on certain objects, you might want to think about a more robust, what is it, a capsule device or capsule device for your water elementals and other things, because it seems like in the recent month or two that I've been traveling with this fine lass, I have noticed that the devices used to harness these elementals is far weaker than I feel like a normal creature should not be able to break it. I feel like it should... Yeah, go ahead.
Master Dwarf, I can explain.
Yeah,
See,
please.
unlike the lightning rail, and most of these things, we have to keep in mind our weight and strength ratios, and we also have to have the elemental exposed to create the propulsion. So it's a very delicate balance. And mostly I thought we were acting in such secrecy that we wouldn't run into any problems like this. However, it appears that I was quite wrong, and then all of a sudden, she just goes, like, she sees something coming out of the water behind you guys, and you turn around, you hear the
We see something coming out of the water.
and you fear
Javelin. Immediately throws a javelin. I don't even look. I hear the noise, and I'm just like...
So you see these creatures with the green skin, scales. They have like webbed hands and feet. Some of them have spears. All of them just sharp fanged, clawed, and there's 5 of them coming up out of the water. And one of them appears to have like some bits of armor that are made out of like underwater components, stuff like that. So I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative because you didn't see them coming until she reacted. Okay.
Yep. Okay. How long? It's been more than a minute, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
17.
Three.
In true Randall fashion.
So Navari, you catch on to the facial cue that Lady Eladrin has like spotted something that's not good behind you guys, and you turn around and you see these 5 creatures coming up. What is it that you would like to do?
I would like
To rage.
to rage. I was playing a barbarian. And I'm just gonna assume that they're hostile or looking hostile.
But they don't look friendly just because like their appearance. They have the like a bipedal predator appearance to them.
What's their manner of walking look like?
So they stand on 2 feet. They have these like spines that are going down their backs, and they have like ragged looking. Like a couple of them have spears with big hooks on them and ropes around their arms, so they can harpoon you.
Are they like preparing their weapons and stuff?
They have weapons pointed at you as they come out of the water.
Oh, okay. Man, sometimes going first is a curse. I mean, Randall already yeeted a spear at them, right?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Because we didn't notice him coming until the reaction, so my first action is going to probably be throwing a spear or a javelin, and then charging in with the axe.
Can I hold my action to throw my snake dagger?
Yeah.
For if they do anything hostile, like get close or attack us. And I'm probably gonna move to block off, like if they're close to, or if they're walking close to anyone that's not me or Randall, I'll move so I'm up front.
Okay.
And is it just hold an action, or can I take my bonus action and dodge too? Or is it just holding one? I don't know how it works, I'm sorry.
What are you trying to do?
Hold an action to attack. I don't know
Yeah, if you're holding an action, you have to do everything else on your turn.
Okay.
You can hold the action, but if you want to use your bonus action, you need to do that. If you want to use your move, you have to move before you hold.
Yeah, can I so I can bonus action dodge?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that and hold my action to attack if they do anything hostile or get close.
Okay. So the 5 of them, open their, like, the leader of them seems to, like, just open his mouth, and he speaks in some kind of very unusual, very guttural language, like that, like your vocal cords would have an extremely difficult time replicating. And the 2 with spears begin to throw them.
Okay, so I can.
Neither of you get hit, nor does any of the crew, and then they leap forward into battle, as if charging into you guys. But it will take them, because there is space between you. So you're going to throw your knife, Ashley?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
17.
That is going to hit.
Don't forget it's a +1 dagger, so it'll add an extra 1 to your dexterity modifier.
And it does poison?
I think you have to activate it. It's a thought. It's the same thing that like when you pull it back to you.
Okay, so I can't
I think
do that yet.
But Ben hasn't given you the information. I would assume it's something like a bonus action to activate and then use.
Oh, okay. It's just 6 points of damage. Because I don't get sneak attack on that.
Okay.
Open message. Oh, so it's an action to do the poison?
No, it's a bonus action, but that was just the type.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, you got some really good music picked out for this shit today.
It's 6 points of damage.
6 points.
Because I didn't do the poison, so it's just a normal.
So you hit him, and then you signal your dagger back to you, whoop, and it flies out of his chest. He starts to bleed into the water, and it seems to cause him to go like berserk. Randall, it's your turn.
Randall sees that and goes, ah! And then throws the javelin back in his face. Oh, that's a bad javelin throw. Randall's not familiar with throwing his javelins often. Oh man, I don't even have the modifier. +7, 11.
No.
I threw another one.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. 21
Nice.
for 5 points of damage.
Oh no!
And then as a bonus action, or I'm gonna move in and pull out my axe. And all the time, you just see these like sopping like splushes because I never took my boots off to drain them.
Yeah, yeah.
So you just see this like, and as I walk up to him, sand going everywhere, and you just see my helmet come back on, and then go like this, and then a freaking starfish falls out, and I'm like,
I love it.
That's my turn.
Okay. So the creatures rush into the. Two of them go after the crew and other members. The other three focus on their attention on you guys. Coming at you, slashing with a claw and trying to bite you, Randall. 2 attacks, both of them miss. Navari, one of them gets right up in your face, slashing you.
With disadvantage?
Oh yeah, sorry.
I remind.
So one of them gets a hit,
Gosh dang.
even with the disadvantage. 18 and 20. Its claw scratches into your arm. You take 2 points of damage.
I could be a jerk and just uncanny dodge that. Is my reaction.
You can. You really can. But then if he moves out of your thing, you don't have an attack.
I'll just take the 2 damage.
Should
So
make
right
it look-
now, there are 3 of these things engaged with you guys. The crew members have drawn weapons, you're using their tools to fight off the other 2. And the leader of them continues to shout, scream, almost like he's trying to negotiate with you, but doesn't speak the language.
Anyone know comprehend language?
Navari, it's your turn.
Well,
Question for you, Ben. When you say that, like he's trying to wheel and deal with us, is he
Perhaps.
holding his hands out defensively, or is he holding his hands out with a weapon like, I'm gonna kill you?
So his hands are like, you know, like he's in like a combat position with his 2 clawed hands.
But do they have weapons? Like, they actually have, like, daggers, swords, stuff like that?
No,
Javelins?
they had spears and threw them.
Oh, they threw them?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I didn't attack first. I would like to say
No,
that.
I attacked out of reflex.
Yeah, I attacked when they attacked.
Yep.
So there's some going after the crew.
Yeah, there's 2 going after the crew, but like Lady Eladrin, Casper, and Phelan are all safely behind you.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, do I have to defend people? Was my question.
No,
Okay.
not yet. It hasn't gotten that bad yet.
Okay. Well, when it does, I'll go over there and help them. And then there's ones in front of me and Randall.
Mhm.
Can I flank 3? Can I
There's
flank?
3 in front of us.
Can I flank behind one and get advantage and do
Yeah.
the stab? I do that. Do the stabby
God.
stab. Please don't.
Please don't hurt us, blub blub. Glub 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 glub. Translation: please don't hurt us. We only mean peace.
26 to hit.
Ooh, nice.
And that's with the rapier.
This poor fish man.
23 points of damage.
So Navari slips behind one of the creatures, one of the Sawagan, and takes her rapier and jams it right through his heart and pulls it out. And the one next to him just kind of like seems to sniff the air, sees the blood, and just goes into a frenzy.
Randall looks at Navari as that's happening and goes, Navari, no!
Bonus action dodge and be like, what? They attack first.
It tries to grab a hold of Navari.
Yep.
So that's with a bonus action dodge. Ooh. Navari, you need to make me an athletics check, please.
It's grappling?
Yep.
Acrobatics or athletics if she's... Oh, defense. It's only a defense. If she's trying to do the grapple, it's the other way around.
Yeah. I'm
Wait,
still allowed to
so
be
is it
angry.
athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics, because you're probably better at that.
I mean, I am. I wasn't gonna say anything. I don't want to toot my own horn, but that's a 21.
To be honest, I'm surprised Randall didn't fall flat on his face inside the ship when he made an acrobatics check, so...
So Navari definitely dances away from the one trying to grab her. The other guy is going like full, just all-out attack on Randall and
Yep.
tries to bite you and chips a couple of his teeth against the your armor plates,
Ooh,
and you just
Randall's
feel,
holding his axe.
you could feel like the claw scraping, but it does no damage. Your armor's like your new armor is just, it's almost like it's just so good that they just can't get through
Too
it.
OP.
Randall's sitting there with his axe, and he was thinking about attacking, and then he realizes like the situation as it's unfolding in front of him, and he's like, as the thing bites and drags, he's just like,
Yeah.
Sorry about that, friend.
But it is your turn, Randall.
Randall like looks at Navari, looks at himself, and realizes that these things disarmed themselves walking out of the water because he didn't notice that at first, right?
What?
And I'm like, Navari, do you see the spears?
Did they throw them at us?
No, I threw my javelins at them because it was a gut reaction, and apparently they disarmed themselves, and I'm just gonna sheath my
Disarmed
axe.
themselves.
Well, I mean, they have teeth and fangs, but I mean, if they have weapons, that's not necessarily their go-to thing.
No, they threw spears at you.
They
They straight up threw
Yeah,
spears?
They threw. That's why Navari attacked.
Oh, I thought you made it sound like they dropped their spears.
Oh no. I held my action in case
I'm
they
sorry.
did anything
No,
hostile.
They're like, whoosh, and then. Rah!
Okay, see,
So they
the way
could be
you made that...
asking. They could be asking for your surrender.
Navari doesn't surrender.
Randall looks at his axe. He's like this. He pulls out his axe. He's like, I'm sorry, Navari. Bloodlust and everything. He looks at his hammer. He looks at his axe. I've been using you a lot lately. I'm not gonna bonus that. I'm actually gonna use my action this round to channel my divinity again for a sacred weapon.
Mhm.
So that's going for another minute, and that's my turn.
Okay.
And I look at him and I be like, surrender? And that's my turn.
So Navari, the one next to you that's still alive, you see a crossbow bolt just deep into it, and you turn around and you look, and Phelan is on the ship with this very nice looking crossbow that has this like ridiculous kind of sight mechanism on it that's got a lot of, you can definitely see a lot of gnomish work on it. Like this is something he probably like purchased for himself, and he's like kind of like saluting to you that he's got your back, helping you fight them off, and it's your turn.
Did he kill that one?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, he just made it bad. But like, I mean, he hit it, did some damage.
And how's the crew defending or going with the other ones?
Nobody is on the ground yet.
Lass, go help them. I've got
Okay.
these three, or do you got? I got two.
Two.
Yeah, you killed one. Go get them.
I'm gonna bonus action disengage
Okay.
and go flank behind the ones attacking like the crew and
Yeah.
all them, and do the stabby stab with the rapier.
Okay.
How to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
An advantage. Okay. 23 to hit.
Yes.
Come here, dice. Uh, 17 points of damage.
Ah, yeah. So Navarre, you drop a second one. Like basically, the gnomes that were there fighting it, you come up behind and slash, stab, yank it out, and they just look at you like, "Oh, thank you,
Can I,
thank you, lady."
try and get the other one's attention so it attacks me and not them?
Oh yeah.
Also, no
absolutely.
problem. Yeah, I want it to attack me and not them, even though I can't
Okay.
dodge. Or
So
rather
the,
have it attack me.
The other fishman attacking the crew comes running at you, and he literally like trips on a stone, hits the ground, and starts grabbing at your ankles, and he just reaches to your legs, digging his claws into your boots. You take 3 points of damage.
I could uncanny dodge that, but I'm not too worried.
Why not use it?
All
Oh
right,
yeah,
Randall.
I'll do it. I'm gonna uncanny dodge.
Yeah, just
I
to,
mean-
just to flip me off with
Yeah.
it.
I mean, you get it back
Yeah.
every turn. I mean, there's no reason
Yeah.
to not utilize it.
How many points of damage you want me to take? 2?
So you would take 2.
Okay. 6.
All right, Randall. There's 2 of them on you.
All right. He looks at both of these two in front of him. Which one of them looks like the leader?
One of them that's fighting you.
Like
The one that-
left.
Let's say
Just
left.
keep. We'll say left.
Yep, there's one to the left, one to the right.
You know, looks over at the one on the right, looks at the one on the left, and goes, "Ah, you're a big fella. Let's bring you down to size." Heave ho! Cut the man down. 27 to hit. That cold, icy stare. It's the best thing ever.
And do it, I swear. It's
10
Randall.
points of slashing and 4 points of holy damage. Woo! Along with a follow-up chop. You know, chop, chop. Another 27 for... that'd be 8 points of slashing damage with 3 more holy. So 11 total.
I like this music, Ben.
And
just so you
Randall's just going, heave ho, blow the man down. And he's just cutting this guy's legs out from under him.
So, yeah, you just hack through this guy, take an arm, take a leg, he hits the ground. The one that commands them just lets out this, like... And then they both use their actions to disengage and begin pulling away from you guys to the short end of this, like, rocky outcropping to dive into the water. Do you guys want to pursue them, or are you just going to let them go?
14 to hit.
I want to throw a dagger.
Unless he's is he
They're
disengaging?
disengaging, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
Oh, I wanted
I
to
don't
throw
have
a
sentinel
dagger.
yet. I'll chase him down.
I mean, I could probably catch up with them.
You guys are merciless.
They started it.
That's fair.
Don't start what you can't finish, lads.
I'm just gonna throw a dagger. I'm not gonna chase him down.
I'm like, Randall's not a murder hobo, but gosh darn it, if
I
you
was gonna
come into
say.
my range and you try to kill people I care about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna chase
No.
him. I'll just throw the dagger, and that's.
You know they're just gonna attack us again in the water, right, lass?
I mean, yeah. That's a 23 to hit with the dagger.
Wow.
Yeah.
I rolled a 15 plus an 8. And 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'll just say no lit to come back.
Okay. So you guys slay another one of the creatures.
Oh, did I actually kill it?
It tumbles into the water from its, from its wounds.
I didn't think that would kill it.
And things just calm down and kind of go back to normal.
That teaches you to attack my friends.
Laura just like looks down at her foot and is like, man, my foot's bleeding. Now I need new boots.
Randall goes to collect the dagger and then realizes that Navari can just will it back to herself, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, it's already back to her. Hey, Captain, were these the
The whoozy what's-its?
No, what's it?
The Sawagan, yes, those are the Sawagan. And you can see he's cleaning off his blade as well, because apparently they came from the other direction as well. It's like, well, hopefully they've given up and no longer see us as easy prey. With the two of you around, it's greatly appreciated.
Randall's like wiping blood from his face from his murder spree on the lead Sawagan. On the lead whoozy what's-it? I'm gonna mark that on my character sheet. Fought whoozy what's-its.
I put Sawagan fish people.
Sawagan.
I know, it's like Suagoin or something like that.
Yes, it's not. It's very unusual. Like, I had to find a pronunciation guide before to help me with that.
Sounds about right.
So that's where I got Sawagan.
I need new boots now. That's sad. Likes these boots. He takes a sip of her wineskin.
I love Nate's comment. Throws a knife. Stabs into the person. I didn't think it'd kill him!
It's true.
Weapons are dangerous.
Don't play with knives, kids.
Alright.
We all pull out a knife.
The vessel, the vessel has its repairs made, and you guys get back on board and continue with your trip. And Phelan says, "So,
There you go.
do you guys think I'm that not so helpful? Did you see that shot I made out there?
Yeah, since when do you know how to shoot a bow?
Oh, there's a lot you don't know about old Phelan.
Well, that's because Phelan never makes himself useful in combat.
Listen, I don't like to fight, but I was getting a bit nervous.
Really? You've seen what
yes.
we've done. Did he look like Randall looks over at the bloody mess of a fish person he left on the ground? And the not single scratch left on his armor or person is like,
That's fair.
I don't understand what you got nervous about. I'm pretty sure against Sir Garrett Krieg you could have probably stepped up a little bit more.
Well, you see, this little beauty wasn't, I didn't have it with me. And I apologize for that. It was getting some work done. You see this scope mechanism? He lets you look through the scope, and you're like, basically it's like a 2x magnifier, and it has like dials and stuff arranged. Like, this is it's like the artificers of Zalargo did this for me. I can hit a fly from 100 yards.
Hey, can you hit that fly for me? Like 100 yards that way?
So you guys, like, kind of hear like seagulls and stuff, and he takes quick aim and makes short work of one of them.
Randall goes and collects the one javelin that didn't manage to land in the ocean somewhere. Out of the Sawagan.
He's like, so, time spent on the road, I started practicing my shooting. It may not be much that I can do, but I can at least make an effort. And I know this place is far more dangerous than anywhere else we've been. So I wanted to be prepared.
True.
But anyway, let's have a drink to our victory!
Randall just takes a deep breath because he's already had like 4 or 5 swigs from his flask at this point.
Oh, hey, Randall.
Oh, yeah. What? Oh my god, stop. What?
Randall.
Oh, lass, you don't want to be getting on me bad side. What? What is it?
I pull out, like a small little package thing. It's probably soaking wet now.
Yeah, probably. We only swam underneath the water for probably like, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then swam back to a boat.
And I hold it out to Randall.
And I'm like, I'm holding this package like, as it's dripping water. Thank you.
You should open it.
I open up the package. The parcel, whatever it is.
It's like, it's a flask. And, like, carved into it is like the holy flame or whatever symbol.
The silver flame symbol.
Silver flame symbol.
The holy flame symbol.
Me and Navari
It
know
is
what
a
we're
holy
talking
flame.
about.
Wait,
Uh,
thank you.
wait, there's more. Let me see it real quick.
I hand it back.
I unscrew
Yep.
the top,
Yep.
and I just, like, pour out of it, but it just keeps going, it doesn't stop.
Do I get to pick the liquor?
It's Dwarvish whiskey.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Works for me. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Screw the top back on and hand it to Randall.
You see Randall looking over at Phelan over his shoulder for a second, is like,
Oh, wait, can I have some, please? I want to go back on the submarine.
oh yeah, no, by all means. And he hands it over.
So,
And it's like, I'm like,
she makes a
and
face
as I-
after.
so when I
But-
drink from it, does it like feel like it refills?
Yes.
This is the best gift anyone's ever gotten me. Thank you so much, Nari. I'm gonna get so... I'm going to be perfectly sober for this entire adventure.
Navari does take a good swig and probably makes a face afterwards, but
Is it similar to the whiskey that I brought out for you to try, or...
I was assuming, but it's up
It
to
doesn't
Ben.
hit that hard,
But it's close?
but it's close, yeah.
Okay.
You would have, yeah. Randall approves. This is
Yeah, it's
this
like
is what
mid-shelf.
Randall would drink.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, Randall will drink pretty much anything. If it's got liquor content, he'll drink it. It doesn't have to... It could be $5 vodka. Randall will drink it. It's just a more of... That's
Good
just
for-
because he will...
Greasing axles and losing your eyesight.
Just because he will drink it doesn't mean he doesn't prefer the nicer stuff.
Correct,
It's just,
yep.
yeah. But yeah, so Randall's over there like, you mean this bottle will never go empty?
It won't.
Yeah, so the first time when Randall does finally finish off the finer whiskey that he does have in the bottle, he's literally going to stand over it and just sit there with the flask and pour. And he's just going to be like this. God, this is amazing. I'll never have to buy booze again.
Yeah, I felt bad because you bought all that booze, but I wanted to get like a thank you gift.
I mean, this is nice and all, don't get me wrong. But this can never replace the booze you can buy at a fine establishment.
I mean, true, but I figured it'd be helpful on a long trip.
Oh yes, no, absolutely agree. Because Randall bought like 50 gold worth of liquor when he was in town,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming that some of the liquor he bought, he probably spent like 10 gold just on the crappiest liquor, like the crappiest, strongest liquor he could get, like large quantities, and then the rest of it was just like higher end, like fine bottles of wine for like 20, like a fine bottle of wine for 20 gold, a fine bottle of whiskey for 20 gold.
Laura
Kind of thing.
probably drank some of it too because she doesn't like the submarine because claustrophobic.
Yeah. And out of and that's the other thing is that Randall's also working on his fermenting process too for his whiskey that he has, or I think it's a whiskey that I was working on. Let me look. I have it on my character sheet.
Also,
Not in the
Ben,
bag of holding.
At some point, Navari probably would have talked to Casper and been like, probably warning him to be careful of anyone looking like the description of Krieg. Don't go near
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Probably, like, not go into details, but say she was probably, like, disowned by Thrain or the church for unfair reasons. But not tell details. And, probably asking for a description of Cassandra, what she looks like now. She's probably not the same, because in case they see her on the island, too.
I think Nate just wrote me a song to sing on the ship. So wagon, Sue Waggins, who wagon? Hey, best boy is a lover, not a fighter. Alcohol is my alcohol friend. Randall's gonna be singing that for the rest of the evening.
Oh, boy.
Can I have more of that whiskey?
Yeah, no, by all means. I walk over to the captain and trying to finish the conversation that we were having before.
Oh yeah,
And
sorry.
go, Captain, now I understand that weight is a factor and that these things need to be protected and whatnot, but I'm surprised that the objects themselves that protect them aren't made of magic themselves. I understand that magics can conflict, but items themselves could be imbued with it to protect from at least natural causes. I understand like other magical effects and other magical things could possibly affect it, but
The artificers are working on that kind of stuff. It's just, the war, well, took a lot of toll on people. Those with the marks of making, those with the knowledge to do such things, and more importantly, slowed innovation. These last few years have been fantastic. That's how we were able to create this vessel. It's the only one of its kind.
I'm fascinated that war slowed down innovation when generally in my experience.
Let's just say the innovations that were being made in Seer were for more nefarious and darker things.
Is that where the innovators came for this fine vessel?
Lost them all on the day of mourning.
Well, wait, okay, that doesn't make any sense. So they made this before they died?
They had drawn up the plans for it.
I see.
And so they had to further on from like notes, blueprints, things like that. Like other people to take up the mantle of this creation.
See.
Because some of the absolute best House Cannith operatives, creators, makers, were pretty much all in Seer and killed in the day of mourning.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I unfortunately was indisposed during the last 20 years of that particular war, or towards the end of it, but I know. Well, don't be. I wasn't myself. I wasn't all there. To be honest, I don't even know if I'm all there now.
I don't think any of us are.
But
Navari nods.
Yeah.
Navari nods.
And Randall hands out his flask that Navari just handed him, and be like, "Have a swig, Captain. I know you're driving and you shouldn't, but I feel like you'll be all right."
I like that.
Hashtag don't drink and drive, kids.
I was gonna see hashtag don't drink and horse.
It's a submarine.
I was gonna say
Totally
it's a
different
sub.
Don't drink in water elemental.
So you guys get back aboard
Mhm.
and continue the journey to Stormreach.
Hate my life on the ship.
And as you guys pull up, it's a ruin. Is the first thought that crosses through your mind as Stormreach comes into view. The city has been destroyed by some terrible disaster. You could see crumbling walls and squat shattered towers. Then a moment later, you realize how far you still are from the city. And you notice the smaller structures clustered around those broken foundations. These ruins must be the work of the giants, buildings that fell long before the humans came to this land. It might not be a ruin, but Stormreach is a ramshackle city. As you draw closer, you see that buildings are an astonishing assortment of architectural styles and materials. Some of the inhabitants have constructed their homes using stone quarried from the ruins themselves. Others are partially built from driftwood or the hulls of broken ships. You see the flaming architecture of Thrain standing next to a thatched hut that would seem more at home in the Shadow Marshes. The city is a tapestry, hinting at the diverse range of people that have settled here. From what you can see, Stormreach is spread over a wide area flowing down along a river valley. Barges and passenger skiffs drift between the harbor and the depths of the city. Vegetation-covered cliffs surround the valley with a curtain of lush green. As a boomtown devoted to extracting Zendrik's riches, Stormreach will never be mistaken for a capital city or a paragon of architectural splendor. The climate seems agreeable, though, at least between storms, and the place holds an air of ancient mystery. You can see why so many choose to stay in Stormreach long after their expeditions have staggered out of Zendrik's interior and returned to civilization.
You're not wrong, Nate. You're not wrong. I feel you there. Well, this place has seen some better days.
We still need to get the antitoxin from Lady Electron.
I'm pretty sure
she
gave
would
it
have
to
already
us.
given that to you, yeah.
Oh. How many did we get?
That's the only thing we didn't get, is the number.
She gave you guys, she was able to get you guys 4.
You want 2, Randall?
For poison? Nah, I'm alright, lass. That's all good for you.
Okay.
Maybe for Phelan, if he does come along.
Phelan, do you want an antitoxin?
Wow, don't sound so, unanimous about giving him one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Phelan, do you want an antitoxin?
That's a
He
little
says,
better, lass.
I would love one. For I imagine you have heard the stories as well about the evil elves that live in the jungles that have
Phelan,
poisons and all sorts of other
I copied your
dastardly
map.
things.
You were
What do you
there,
mean
I told
copied my
you. I showed you.
Oh, that's right.
Poor Phelan. To this day, he never understood how Navari could get the best of him. Little did he know that it was his good friend, Randall.
I like to think that's the narration in Randall's head right now.
Yeah, Randall's over there drinking from this never-ending flask going, little did he know that Randall, his good friend, betrayed his trust that
And
night.
then we're just like, are you saying something, Randall?
What? No, I'm enjoying this fine flask you gave me last. Thank you.
No problem. So this is where we part ways with Lady Eladrin and Casper?
No, they're actually gonna take you guys. You guys are all gonna.
Oh, we're going to the town. Sorry.
Yes. She says we have a bit of a place that we can kind of hang out.
Oh, Navari, you got hurt, didn't you? How are you feeling?
Look at my foot. It's a scratch.
All right, well, I got something for that. And you see a glow wash that you've seen familiar. It's a familiar glow that Randall does. And it's glowing silver and he heals. He puts his hand on your shoulder and you feel the wound in your foot close up and the scratches close.
Okay. Do I heal hit points? I'm missing
Yeah,
4.
yeah, that's why I was asking.
Yeah, I'm only missing 4.
Oh, this place is mighty noisy.
What'd you say?
I don't know. Where
Is there
is
riots
a
going on?
shotgun or gunshot when you need one?
The riots going on?
No, it's just a very busy town. Very busy city. Lots
Randall?
of people. It's probably like it's neat because it's a very diverse city as well too. There's probably like half the population here that you're seeing is probably humans, but it's nothing strange to see goblins, warforged, like shifters, people from all sorts
Tieflings?
of different cultures, tieflings.
Yeah, I'm not the only
all kinda-
tiefling.
Kind of milling about.
What does the road look like it's made out of, like what we're traveling on?
It's very cobblestone-y.
Randall was gonna do something very destructive if it was only dirt.
And so you guys Lady Eladrin takes you guys through the market ward. Specifically, let's see, there it is. And so you guys are in the market area, and she says, "See, the one really nice thing is that House Kenneth seems to have we have operations everywhere, and I have a bit of a safe house that we can use while we visit here." And she takes you guys through this place, and she goes to like a kind of unassuming shop, and standing inside is a middle-aged man with dark hair and a beard. He's wearing very fine kind of clothing tailored to like a merchant thing, like a merchant would have. And most of the stuff in the building there is foodstuffs, ropes, tools for prospecting. And he says, "Ugh, rain's coming down pretty hard today, isn't it, folks?" To which Lady Eladrin replies,
Randall pulls the boot off and pours
"But
the
the
water
only
out
place,
finally.
the only place it rains harder is the city of Sharn." In which case he looks about both two directions, and he says, nods, and he takes you guys into the back, and he pulls up a false floor, and takes you, he leads to a staircase. Lady Eladrin says, "Well, this is where we can make do. It's not the most glitzy hotel." And so it's you two, Casper, Phelan, and Lady Eladrin all descending down.
Randall plops against the nearest wall and just falls asleep for a while. He just...
So you go down there, and there's I'm gonna actually kind of sketch it for myself too.
Oh my gosh. Drawing
So
by E.M. Benjamin?
There's a common area in the middle, and then from that common area there are 3 sets of kind of bedroom areas. And so Lady Eladrin says, "Casper, Navari, you guys go over there. I will, of course, have my own quarters." And
Randall's on the floor sleeping. He literally got to the bottom of the stairs, leaned up against the wall, and fell asleep. Because he had a rough day.
That's fair.
All that fighting underwater wasn't conducive to his health.
Oh no, I definitely don't think it would be.
And
We
it
still
actually
smell
looks a
like
little bit like it looks like he peed himself, because the water in his right boot that he didn't take off actually bleeds out of his boot when he sits down and lays out. And you just see this puddle form underneath him.
They still smell like salt and fish.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
In each of your rooms, there is there's water drawn, and a cistern that is connected to the springs of the place, so you'll be able to clean yourselves up. There's clean clothing, there's places to store your stuff, there's comfortable beds. Like I said, this is a bit of a safe house, a place where if one of our agents has to hide or has a mission to accomplish within the area, we have this for them. You guys can still hear the echoings outside, and Phelan's like, "Oh, Randall and I get to share a room together. How lovely is this?" But anyway, so, lady, I am going to go out into the market and see if I can find some contacts, some information about this whole NAPA that I have. That's, well, I'd like to explore a little on my own, you know what I mean? So I'm going to take off for a while, lads, lasses. Casper, lovely to meet you. Have a great day. Sorry to be such short company. But anyway, I'm going to go stay out of mischief.
You mean get into mischief?
No. And you see him, he grabs he sheaths a dagger into his belt pouch as he comes out.
Try not to get any more bugbears
with clean
angry at
clothes,
you.
and his fashion has kind of changed to something a little bit more rugged. It's like, well, if I'm going to blend in with these roughnecks, I might as well look like one, shall I?
You hear sleep talking. Feeling Casper bromance.
I'm gonna murder someone.
Hopefully it's failing.
That's debatable at this moment.
Yeah, well, Randall's climbing that list.
Here, I can make that list for you if you want. We got like Krieg at the top. We got Phelan right below. Randall might be like getting up there.
I'll be right back. I'm listening though.
Navarre would probably like follow him, but she doesn't want to smell like salt and fish.
Okay.
Is she gonna take a bath? Also, I'll do it, Nate.
So, is there anything that you guys want to do while you're here in Stormbreach? Is there anything like that you want to go for right now?
Did Casper ever give me a description of what Cassandra looks like now?
Yeah. She looks like a little bit younger version of you. She keeps her hair very, very short, though.
Okay. How short is very short?
Like,
okay.
Kind of here.
Kind of like the bob?
Yeah.
Is it a bob? Bob. I think that's called a bob.
I'm gonna do some research on women's hair so I can answer that for next week.
No, wait, I could do that now.
Okay. Yes, like Lady Eldrin says, I am going to clean up, and I'm going to rest, and then we will find these scoundrels, and we will continue to figure out where we have to go to prevent any more nastiness and keep these Emerald Claw agents.
I don't think
getting
it's
to
the
the
bob.
schema.
Bob is not the answer.
No, well, I mean, it's similar but shorter.
Randall is his only plan is to drink, eat, and be merry for however long he gets to be in this particular establishment.
Navarre is bathing because
He doesn't do that.
different priorities, you know?
Yep.
Probably bathing, and then probably I don't think I have anything I need unless I can I'm gonna save my money unless I feel the need to spend my money. Hang out with Casper, yeah. That's what she'll do.
Okay. That's fine.
If you want to make me spend money, go ahead too. What if it doesn't rain here, Randall?
Then Randall's gonna be feeling and looking pretty ripe after a while. He'll need a good dust bath at some point.
Well, I feel like
Don't worry, the jungle will numb your sense of smell for a bit.
I can give you some perfume of bewitching. It might cancel out that odor.
I like my odor. Don't you dare touch it, lass.
Like,
oh, I typed something in response to somebody, Ben. That's why she's making that comment.
I would go and ask if there's like adventures with a tiefling, but that won't work here because they're probably all adventurers with a tiefling.
Yeah, most everybody who'd be here would be like involved in some kind of expedition,
Yeah.
where they're providing services and goods to those who would go on expeditions, whether that's
Yeah.
like travel guides,
But-
they might be prospecting, they might be bodyguards, they might be scholars, explorers, soldiers, and then the parties that would join with them.
But how many tieflings are in all of those groups?
Well, if you guys want to go ask around about that, you can
Sure.
head out and make You could go visit places and gather information.
I'm sorry, I'm just busy over here.
I'll
Is that what
go
you guys
on
want to
my
do? You want
own.
to go see if you guys can find Cassandra?
Or just whereabouts. I'll go on my own if Randall's busy.
I'm
Or I
meeting,
could
sorry.
Or I
Okay.
could take Casper. I don't know if Casper wants to or not.
Oh, sure, he'd go with you.
Alright.
I'm like,
so-
Casper and you looking for your daughter? I can't imagine he would want to do that. Why would any father want to look
So-
for his daughter?
He tries to help. Especially, he's not very charismatic though, unfortunately.
I figured.
But Navari, so go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll a persuasion, okay? Because the skill that I was thinking of doesn't exist anymore.
I rolled real bad. But it's okay, I'm double proficient with persuasion, so it's not bad.
At least a +6.
Oh wait, no, wait. I'm sorry, I'm double proficient with deception, so not Why'd I pick deception?
Because your job was deceiving people?
True, it's only a 9. I rolled real bad. I'm still trying to get over the fish smell. Do you know who's super charismatic? No, Nate. Nate's on my list of people to murder now. Can I murder a viewer, Ben?
No,
I don't
you
think-
cannot viewer. You cannot murder a viewer.
I think you need to wait until we get to around 1,000 viewers, and then maybe, because then one won't be noticed as bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Nate's also playing my brother in a different campaign, so be careful, Nate.
So Navari, you guys just kind of get a lot of strange remarks. People the most busy information you get is people are just like, I don't know who you're talking about. Like, do you understand how many people come through this place? If you want to buy drinks for people, maybe see if you can loosen some tongues and maybe attract others to what you're trying to do. You can. I'll let you try again. It'll take
Sure.
you means you should spend more time at it. Okay.
Sure.
All right. So go ahead and roll with advantage.
Oh,
So you're gonna spend
wait.
5 gold, and it's gonna be another hour of work.
5 gold.
She cut the platinum piece in half.
They probably would around this place, because
Dirty 20.
yay!
Oh, Nate, I love you.
I'm gonna murder Phelan in front of you, Nate. I'm gonna wait specifically till you're in chat.
So you find this
what?
peculiar-looking fellow. I say peculiar because he's dressed very gavishly, garishly. There's really bright clothes, big feather, and his wide-brimmed hat. He says, "Oh, I remember someone of that description, And as he sips the drink you bought him, he says, "Yeah, there's a whole group of them. They had a warforged with them, and well." Well, maybe that wasn't who I was thinking of. But anyway, I remember a group of strangers headed out into the jungle. They came by, what do you call that thing? An airship, yes! They had an airship, a warforged. They asked a lot of questions about the deep jungle. Lots of them, where to go, what things to look out for, what kind of provisions, looking for guides. They seemed like they're up to something, almost like a group of soldiers.
What were they wearing?
Well, they all had, let me see. Not the leaders of the group doing all the talking, but it seemed like the guards, the henchmen, the muscle. They all had helmets with a half faceplate and this claw, this green dragon's claw on some of their clothing, embroidered onto it and stuff. It was peculiar.
And where did they say where they were going?
Well, I just know that they're looking for a a thing, some kind of object, and they had to go deep into the jungle. Like I said, it was yeah, they actually, so, and the reason I remembered is they were talking to the leader of a different expedition. And that other expedition, well, that had that tiefling girl that sticks out to me. She actually looks a lot like you.
Oh, I
They
hear.
were a friendlier sort, the expedition from Moorgrave, but those fellows in the armor and with the claw, they were
Not nice.
no, they weren't friendly. They kept them, they sat in that corner in the dark all by themselves, except for when they're ordering drinks. They were just something off about them.
But now, were these two teams working together, or?
No, it seemed like their leaders were just talking about the jungles, exploration, exploring navigation stuff. It didn't seem like they didn't leave together, that's for sure.
Now, where'd the other group go? Besides
that
the
group-
forest.
That group, I'm not sure. I just remember the airship going, seemed to be going down following the Rachi River. Dig was fast. Dig was real fast. It was a great way to get around. I mean, kind of wish I had one of those to rent to people, if you know what I mean. Be quite lucrative in this city.
True, true. Thank you for the information. Would you like a refill on your drink?
Don't mind if I do.
How much does the refill cost?
So you'd up spending another 2 gold pieces.
Can I give a platinum and just buy drinks for more people because I only have
Sure.
1 gold piece left?
Yeah.
Buy drinks for more random people.
I'm so glad you guys could keep it together while I was doing that.
I couldn't.
It's like you could take me, but don't lay a finger on Phelan. Phelan be like, and then that show you just saw.
I'm assuming
Can't
we don't
touch this.
see Phelan either.
Navari, so as you have gotten some information a little bit about where these guys are going, go ahead and roll a perception check as you head back to the safe house.
Oh, because I'm so good at them? You always ask me things when I have food in my mouth too, so I apologize.
Just a moment.
17?
Okay. So as you're leaving the tavern, you notice this cloaked figure seems to be following you. However, once you kind of look back and do the double take, kind of realizing that this guy's following you, he heads off in another alley as if not wanting to be seen. And you get back to the safe house. And the guardian of the place, looks at you, waits to lead you to the back, and he says, "Ma'am, a message was dropped off for you."
What's the message?
He hands you this, it looks like it's just written in red ink and on a piece of scrap paper. And it says, "I answer ask for gold. I Sir Thane. Meet now. Xenopeneth Lade, Old Quarter."
The more you know.
The Xenopath Lane Old Quarter would be an address within the city of Stormreach.
Hey, Casper, how about you stay here and get me Randall, just in case?
Randall's downstairs at the table with like freaking chicken and potatoes and huge carrots and
Oh, yeah.
hot roast. And you
Just
see
tell
like, loaves of
Randall.
bread, and he's
Just tell Randall it's an emergency.
So he looks at you and he says, I'll get Randall, but I'm coming too.
Okay.
And Casper's down there. That's all he sees is just this dwarf just pigging out like there's no tomorrow.
He comes down, he puts his artificial arm on your shoulder, Randall, and he says, Navari and I could use your assistance. It appears someone is on to that. We're looking for information.
Oh, they always are. Information keeping is almost as good as item keeping around these people. Let's go.
True. I'm not down there, but
No, and you also don't know about what Randall knows. He hasn't said anything about it. He's given hints, but he hasn't said it outright.
I was gonna say, yeah, Novari don't know.
Uh-huh. We're already about to find out, though.
Alright.
Skittles Mountain Dew.
And she's gonna tell.
And that is where we're gonna cut off tonight.
It's only 8:15.
I know, but like, sometimes you just have to get to a certain like spacing, because I will never cut an encounter like bluntly in half.
Can I tell Randall about the shaded figure following us?
Chat room is reeing at you, Ben.
I'm reeing too. I'm reeing too.
Hates fun, hates fun, hates fun, hates fun, hates fun, hates fun.
We need another day of the week. What can I say? Or longer stream.
Well, someday
What?
that could hopefully happen. Or, you know, like, I can work less on Thursdays and we'll have more time. But anyway, everybody, first of all, as always, I am not a dungeon master if I don't have great players. And so I always have to say thank you to Ashley and Patrick. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I always have such a great time. And I'm looking so forward to where this is going and how it's playing out. This has just been absolutely wonderful. Second of all, thank you so much, you guys who tune in every week. It is so appreciated, because like when we started this Twitch channel, as you know, I don't know what I'm doing most of the time.
That's a lie.
Very, very bluntly. Like I know how to run a game of D&D, kind of. And so I do my absolute best to do just that week after week, which is host a really good game that's entertaining and interesting, and people keep watching, so I think I'm pulling that off. If you want to hang out with me tomorrow night, 9 o'clock is Paint with Your Pals. This week I will be painting a giant spider. If you want to hang out future nights, October 30th, we will be doing the Ogre Zombie Paint with Your Pals night. So those who are local or have a local game store near them, you should go and inquire how you can acquire a Ogre Zombie paint night kit for, they're going to be approximately $19.99. Also, coming up November 7th, that is a Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are very excited because Heart of the Game will be hosting its first ever marathon game. 24 hours straight of Dungeons & Dragons, and I will not be your dungeon master that evening. I am going to be monitoring chat, acting as a player, running the soundboard, and doing my best to stay awake. Yes, we're going to do a 24-hour game. We're going to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network in honor of the Extra Life program. Normally our store would host an event in store where we have a bunch of gamers come in and they're able to donate to buy rerolls and things like that in different games. And we are open for the whole 24 hours. We have some amazing members of our community that come in and work on this. With the coronavirus, the way that it is, we really want to keep our contact minimal. We need that time, to scrub down the store every day, so we wouldn't be able to host that many people, because I mean generally we get like 50 or 60 people in our store to do that event, because it's gotten so big in the Buffalo area, and we're really looking forward to it this year, but we're unable. So we are adapting our methods and madness to accommodate. We're going to do that over Twitch, and then so if you guys want to tune in, and that'll of course be broken up into episodes, and we're going to put that on our YouTube channel down the road, which will be really fantastic, because then you guys can then watch it if you miss it. Also, Wednesday night, we are going to have Noelle and Teddy. They are going to come on, and they are from a little company called That Crafting Witch, and they do stickers, dice packs. They also do pins. As you can see here, I am wearing Prince Duke tonight as a pin to represent their company. They are some amazing people, and they're going to talk to us about how conventions have affected their business this year as craftspeople. Because if you never go to a con, Artist Alley is a big deal, and so we're hopefully, and they are local members of our community, role players, just really great, fun people, very creative, very, very fun. So that's going to be our guest for next Wednesday. And if you missed our interview last night with Douglas, the author of Lore Wars, I'm going to have that up before the end of the week, so you guys can catch that. And tomorrow, if you want to check out Heart of the Game on Facebook, we have some really cool products we're going to be showing off in a live video on that. I think that's everything I got tonight. So anyway, all of you out there who watch every week, please be patient with people, be kind, and remember, our audio is all these cool sound effects, things like that, it is brought to you by Sirenscape. Not a sponsor yet. Someday.
One day.
One day they will sponsor us. Because I'm going to just keep plugging away at how awesome this is. That's where that amazing music came from. And specifically, this music is from a specific sound set to Ghost of Saltmarsh that we use today. So the soundboard stuff goes with these published adventures they create. So you can get things like you buy a module, or you can just pick and choose and piece together what you need for your own campaign. There's so much just stuff that they offer with this. Rate in the subscription is so cheap, and I have the master version of it. It's $10 a month, and that lets me share it remotely, so that you guys can also hear it in our audio and stuff like that, and then I can put it into our YouTube, our podcast, all that great stuff. But anyway, thank you so much, you guys. Shop at small businesses if you can, and have a good week.
And before you go, hold on a sec, Ash. I was just gonna say, guys, I know that there's some commands that could be in there to help you navigate to Ben's YouTube channel, to the store webpage. I'm pressuring, I'm getting there, and eventually it will be on this channel so that you guys won't have to go trying to browse the internet to find it, or the interwebs.
And sometime I'm hoping to maybe put portraits of the characters on the sides.
Yeah, that'll be.
Those are on the way. One more has to be done. It's Randall is the one we're waiting on.
But we'll have those soon, so you guys don't always have to be like, I wonder what race they're playing. Yeah.
But with that.
On that note, everybody have a great week and good night.